Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about Kabam Zero's quality of life improvements in upcoming update. So all of these are going to go live with the next update, version 35.0. And before we get into the specific updates and I kind of detail whether I knew you find particular value in that or not, there are a couple of things that I do want to point out. One thing I want to avoid from comment section is the idea that we discuss everything that hasn't been done. Because there's always this thing, whenever there's any kind of quality of life improvement, the first argument is, yeah, but masteries are still crap and stuff like that. And yes, those are valid issues. And obviously, I also do hope that Kabam is working on all of that stuff, and there's plenty more to do always. In fact, when it comes to quality of life improvements, there's always something to be done better. So rather than focusing on what hasn't been announced or what hasn't been done, I do encourage to focus on the things that are being done and has been done, and the fact that Kabam Zero is in fact posting these increasing amount. Like not too long ago, we got the arena quick fill. That has been hugely helpful. Obviously, that doesn't mean that we can't, improve arena further, that help all button, or just avoid the need of pressing help to begin with, or that help gets requested automatically, or something like that. That also would be huge improvement, perhaps even more important. But that doesn't mean that the quick fill button hasn't been helpful and hasn't been awesome and that we do not need more of it. Because that has been kind of the initial reaction. These quality of life improvements, are neat, but none of the major stuff that I wanted has been. Let's just be happy for, in this case, for the stuff that we are getting, whilst obviously acknowledging the fact that, there's always more stuff to be improved and to be done. Right, all that being said, let's just start breaking it down. The first one is fairly minor. It's just that catalysts are now gonna display your totals and how many you have. I do like that, but it's not that important. Now, saving last played event quest difficulty. Again, this has been an annoying thing, a minor thing that they could have changed and that they did. Especially because for personal reasons, I do like to play the lower event quest difficulties and side events as well often. Especially if I have some spare energy, or they're just very good to run the completion of anyhow, because it's quite a lot of units that you can grab very easily. And so again, this isn't something that majorly changes anyone's life in the game, but it is nice. It is helpful, and I like that. Crystal screen navigation is a similar thing, and this one I think is more important, because now, basically, when you back out of the crystal screen, it's going to try and take you back to where you backed out of it from, and that's quite huge, considering how many kind of overflow crystals a lot of people have, myself included. I have a ton of Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 class catalyst crystals, the fragment crystals, some questing crystals, and there's, signature stone crystals and arena crystals and a whole bunch of stuff that I hardly ever open, if ever. But then the important crystals are always somewhere in the middle and you need to scroll and look for them. So the fact that it's going to take you back to them is definitely kind of a neat, nice thing. Next thing, again, is maybe not the biggest one, but is definitely something that I also do appreciate, is that if you enter a quest with the wrong team, you can automatically now go to team select. You do not need to back out and then go back in, select the team, change it, and go through all of those loading screens. Now there are few notes, because they had to remove the go back button. So if you do get confused or you do work with muscle memory, then know that go button's functionality still remains the same if you just tap X or tap outside of this frame message pop-up. And initially there will be a warning window just to kind of combat your muscle memory. But I do like this change. I do like this change quite a bit, because, again, it's not the worst thing, it's not a major thing, but it is something that in fact works as quality of life improvement, could potentially save you some annoyance. Now, next thing though, about synergy champion selection rarity, I love this. It's because I often do several different showcases, or I do want to bring in specific teams with different synergies, and There are also times when, for instance, the synergy displays the 6-star champion, but I want to bring in my 5-star because 6-star is either busy elsewhere, or because I want to bring in 2 copies, 6-star and a 5-star, or maybe I just have ranked up the 5-star and haven't ranked up the 6-star. Whichever way, the fact that now you can tap on the champion portrait and it's gonna switch between the rarities, and that way you can drag in any rarity on your team, is awesome. This is also gonna help kind of better building your arena teams, at least for me, in case. And I do like this change a lot. I do think that some people will benefit from it more than others. But this is one of those little things that shows me that there is somebody at Kabam that actively thinks how to make life a little bit more convenient for the players. And I love that. And it is kind of a nice, neat, reassuring feeling. And, you know, when reading things like this, I'm kind of thinking to myself, all the power to you. May, you know, you be blessed by good health and great productivity, no bugs or errors in your codes, and may you do as much as you can going forward, because we need more of this. The more we get, the better. Again, obviously the big thing is masteries and everything else that we're waiting on, but I am genuinely happy that we are getting more and more of these things like arena quick fills, like another, you know, selection menu improvements, so on and so forth. So that is awesome. This next thing also is quite awesome, because it has in fact led to several issues in past where people could not use their rank up gems because, you know, it automatically displayed like one of them, but you wanted to use a different one for whichever reason, and you didn't have this option. It just displayed one of them and you were kind of stuck. We have heard all sorts of different horror stories where people have had to contact Kabam support to try and exchange those items back, or, you know, ask issues. And this might not be an issue that comes in play super often, but this is one of those things where when it matters, it really matters. Like, when it matters, it will really kind of mean the world to you whenever you are going to get in this situation. The fact that you can switch around in between whichever rank of gems you can use. Also, I do think that we are seeing an increasing amount of these rank up gems to begin with, so that is kind of, you know, potentially also avoiding any problems in the future. So I do like that. So you're going to be able to basically tap backwards and forwards and see whichever rank up gem would be applicable for that champion, for that rank to be used on, and you can select whichever one you want. Awesome. And now this last thing is very, very cool, but unfortunately it's not going to be available to us. It's not going to be available to 99% of the people watching this, because it's just going to be for new accounts, new players. For now. Eventually they do plan on bringing it. We're starting this new users at first, but hope to expand it in the future if all goes well. So they do want to bring this to everybody, but it is also going to be initially only for new players. And the change here is that you can always use an energy refill, whichever one, and that will put you past your energy cap. And there, the only downside would be that you do not gain new energy over time. However, it does have a ton of implications. Well, first of all, the most simple one is that you can pop an energy refill at any time now. Yes, whilst you are over your cap, you will not gain any energy, but quite often when it happens, for instance, when you have, I don't know, 2 energy and, you know, you don't want to use refill because that would waste the 2 energy, or you need to specifically kind of wait until it expires. Now, this also will have implication for specifically monthly Legends runs when it becomes available, because this way you can use all of your energy refills in advance if you know that you're going to be doing a ton of questing, and you're just going to never have to use an energy refill once it comes to people. So when you run a monthly Legends run, you know for a fact that you need around, I don't know, 35 energy refills. You can put in 35 energy refills on you, and you're going to have like several thousand energy, and there's no real downside to it. And you can do all of your monthly Legends run, for instance, without ever needing to use an energy refill. And it's awesome. The biggest thing, though, I personally think, is that this effectively safeguards you from energy refills expiring. Again, yes, there is a downside that whilst your energy is above the cap, you will not be gaining new energy. However, if you, for instance, have, I don't know, 5 energy refills expiring, and if you don't have the time to use them today, just pop in those 5 energy refills. You're gonna get, you know, your 7 times 5, 350 energy plus 70 that you had, let's say. So 420 energy, and it's gonna be there waiting for you until you do get time to play. And since in this scenario, you wouldn't have had time to use that energy anyways, and therefore start refilling your energy, you're not even really missing out on that energy that's not filling in, because you would be stuck on full anyways. So I do think this has potentially huge implications and huge amount of convenience for players, especially in saving energy refills and just also having, like, you know, nice kind of convenience in its use, even, you know, for content creation or streams. You just pop in these energy refills and then, you know, go do all the quests on one stream. I don't need to bother refilling the energy if I don't want to, but that's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing is that you can A, do it for Legends runs, B, you can just use your expiring energy refills and, you know, kind of save that energy from being, you know, wasted. Also, additionally, it will give option to use multiple of the smaller energy refills at the same time, which has been an annoying thing, which I'm also quite grateful for. So those are it for now. They are planning again on doing more of these. One quick thing that I forgot to mention here is that obviously if you're not level 60, your energy cap is not 70. So an energy refill will still give you the amount of your max energy. It's just that, you know, if your max energy is 60, then you're going to go 60 over the limit, for instance, instead of the 70. You do not get that extra energy if you're not, you know, max level, because the amount of total energy you can have does depend on your level. But, you know, that's just kind of normal, just kind of like explained thing. Still, all of these combined, again, I don't think there's anything that's absolutely life-changing. Maybe except for this rank up gem thing, which, you know, when it comes in play, it is going to matter the world to you. But overall, this is exactly what I like to see. This is exactly what I hope to see more of. And again, wish him the best of productivity. No bugs or errors in his codes, and more of it to come. And yeah, again, there will always be things that we want and we don't get. But, you know, so I think sometimes it's just okay to be happy for what we do get. So good job to Kabam0. I look forward to seeing all of these in the game. Also, and huge thank you for the arena quick fill button, for instance. And let me know what you guys think about these. And I will catch you guys later. See ya. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about